we're going to do some sitting and standing balance Pilates. So for the class today, which is going to last about half an hour, you need the soft ball, red or the green soft ball, and then you'll need an elastic band. I've got two here. The purple is good for the legs, the blue is good for the arms, but if you've just got one band, it doesn't matter. Everything can be done with one band. Okay, so we're going to start off finding that nice start position, having our feet on the floor, and just finding that start position with that tummy gently flattening the back, arching the back, switching those tummy muscles on, tightening those tummy muscles up. Good, and then you want to open through those collarbones and think about that head nice and long. We're going to keep starting at the feet and work all the way through the body. If you need to stop the video part way through, either if you want to do a few more reps or you want to rest, that's no problem. Okay, so let's get going now with our feet. So we're going to start off by coming up onto our toes. Good. So you're just coming up onto the toes, getting those calves working a little bit. Got my hands just relaxed here, resting on the thighs. Good. And then we're just going to go on to alternate toes. So one toe and then the other. Like we're going for a little mini jog in the chair. Just working those calves a little bit. Good. So keep going. Let's do a few more reps. Nice. Good. Feet back down. Okay, so we're trying to keep the knees nice and still now. We're going to turn those feet, so the soles of the feet look together, look at each other, and and you're on the side of the feet. Knees nice and still, and then you turn them out the other way, and then in, and then out, in, and out. Just working on the mobility of those feet. Good. Nice. Okay, so then let's move up, hands on our thighs, coming up nice and tall, and then we're just going to gently slide the right hand down the thigh and twist, and then slide the left hand down the thigh and twist, and then go again. So just bringing the shoulder with the movement here, the head just gently turns to the side. And just nicely breathing through that movement. Good. Let's do one more each side. Perfect. Bring those arms to a rest there. Okay, let's think about our shoulders. Think open through those collarbones. And then just take the right shoulder and just take it round in a few circles. And then the left shoulder round in a few circles. And then go both together. Ignore the crunching. Good. Keep going. One more. Fantastic. Okay, so then thinking about those arms, and it doesn't matter if you only end up using one arm to reach up, just do as much as you can. So just taking the arms up to the top, reaching up, and then back down, and then go again, arms up to the top, reaching up, and back down, and then go again. Good. Fantastic. Okay, so then thinking of those necks, so just gently turn to the right, Back to the centre, turn to the left. Back to the centre, turn to the right. Back to the centre, turn to the left. Back to the centre. Lovely. So that's our warm-up done. Let's grab our band now. So if you've got a high resistance band, then we can start with that. But any band will do. You want to put the band underneath your right foot. Hold on in your hands. Not too much tension, just a little bit of tension there. Up nice and tall. So we're going to start off by working the quadriceps, the muscles in the front of the thigh here. Okay, so we're just going to straighten that knee. So you're helping with the band, but those muscles are doing some work in the front. And bend. And straighten. And bend. Good. So keep going. Straighten. And bend. Good. So we're aiming for about 10 reps on each of these exercises. Good. So let's do 2 more. Okay, so I'm going to stick with the same leg. We're going to bring that leg up into that position. So you're using that quadricep to keep that leg in that position. We're going to still be open through those collarbones with that lovely head posture. And then we're just going to point the foot and flex the foot. Point the foot, flex the foot. Good. So keep going. Now working those calves and working those quadriceps at the front. Nice. Keep going. Let's do 1 more. Take that leg back down. Give it a little bit of a breather. Make sure you've got that nice position with the foot. We're looking for a nice flat band under the foot. Gives better feedback through the foot. Okay, so we're going to stretch that leg up again, working those quadriceps at the front, open through those collarbones, and then turn the foot in and out, in and out, in and out. Good. Keep going. So we're just working through the foot now and just getting a little bit of stretch on the inside and outside of the foot, but also mobilising all those little joints in the foot. Good. 2 more. Perfect. And then back down. So let's swap over now. Pop the foot in the other, put the other foot in the band. Little bit of gentle pressure through that band. Keep open through those collarbones and sat up nice and straight. We're going to just come up into that position. And then we're going to come back down. And then up. And back down. Good. Good. Keep going. So we're looking for about 10. Good. One last one. Perfect. Okay. So then we're going to do our footwork. So you want to stretch that leg out again. Little bit of resistance through the band. Nice flat band under the foot. So you're going to point and then you're going to flex. So point and flex. Good. So just working that calf and also working those quadriceps in the front of the thigh. It's a nice exercise. Doesn't matter if you can't get the knee completely straight on this one. Good. Keep going. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. Good. Rest that down. Let's take that leg back into that position. In and out now. Good. So you're helping with the hands. The hands are being a little bit of a driver on this one. And we're just turning the foot in, turning the foot out, mobilising those joints within the foot. They're really important for your balance. Good. Keep going. Let's do 2 more each side. 1 and 2. Good. And back down. Great. So then, let's put both feet in the band. Okay. We're coming up nice and tall in the chair. Keep open through those collarbones. Keep the head nice and long. Want a little bit more resistance on the band now as we do our shoulder shrugs. So you want to shrug and then release. So we want to just look here at keeping those elbows nice and straight and let the movement come from the shoulder girdle. Good. Good. Keep going. Good. Last 2. 1 and 2. Fantastic. So let's have a little bit more slack on the band. No forfeits if you drop one side of the band. Wriggle those shoulders around just to release those off after that hard work. And then we're looking at our biceps, so the front of the arm. So you're holding onto the band and just as far as you feel happy to go with those arms. And if you only end up working one arm, that's also fine. So open through those collarbones and then bend the elbows and then back down. Good. Bend and back down. Nice. So just working those muscles in the front of the arm. You want to keep those shoulders nice and open. So it's just those biceps that are doing the work. Keep going. Let's do last 4. 3, 2, and 1. Back. Okay, wiggle those shoulders around a couple of times just to release. Bring the feet forward on the band now. So the band then comes up behind the knees, cross over the band at the front here. And we're just going to gently put some pressure through that band. The feet are fixed on the floor. And then we're going to think about those shoulders. So we're thinking about the back of the shoulders. So the palms of the hands have got their band in. You won't go very far, especially if you've got that high resistance band here. So you just want to gently fix those feet on the floor, knees nice and still, open through those collarbones. Good. So the elbows are in to the side a little bit, but everything's quite relaxed. You're not going to ram the elbows into the side. And we're just working the back of the shoulder. Again, if there is only one good arm, it doesn't matter. You can keep one still, just use one side. Even if you don't go very far with the other side, just holding it in that position is going to give some strength to the shoulder. Nice. So 2 more. Lovely. Okay, so we're just going to keep that pressure on that band, but you can rest your arms down now. You want to keep a little bit of tension because we're going to work the outer thigh and the hip. So we're going to push those knees out to the side and release. Push out and release. Good. Keep going. So this one you really feel on the outer part of the hip here. It's a lovely little exercise, easy to do. Good. Keep going. We'll do 2 more. 1 and 2. Good. Okay, have a little breather. Maybe a little bit of a slouch into the chair and a sit up. A slouch and a sit up. Good. So we've got one more exercise to do with this band, which is our knee strengthener. So now we're thinking about this muscle in the front of the knee here, just at the side, on the inside of the knee. Really important for your knee. Okay, so we're going to so just gentle tension through the band and then straighten one leg and back down. Let's just stick with one side and we'll do 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Okay, let's swap over onto the other side. So really thinking about the muscles in the thigh now. Gentle tension through the band, but the hands are relaxed on the knee. So go again. So other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Great. So let's get rid of the band. We're going to come up into standing next. So it doesn't matter, you can push with the hands. You can see if you can get up without pushing with the hands. It doesn't matter. We're going to come up and we're going to come behind our chair. I'm just going to twist my chair around a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so to start with, let's think about those alternate feet. Let's move my ball out of the way. Okay, so he's standing on the both feet, equal weight on both feet, and really feel the floor underneath your feet. Good. Switch those tummy muscles on. So thinking about pulling up from down below and switching those tummy muscles on. We're going to go alternate feet. So one and then the other. And as you let that heel come down to the floor, really think about that bottom muscle starting to fire up and do some work. Good. Nice. Keep going. Good. Keep thinking about those tummy muscles. Keep thinking about that bottom muscle. And really thinking about those heels coming down onto the floor. Good. One more each side. Perfect. Then we'll come into our squats. Really good for the knees, really good for the bottom. So keeping hold of your chair and then just coming down, pushing up, back down. Good. Coming down, pushing up through those knees, through those heels. As you push it through the knees, these quadriceps work. As you push it through the heels, the bottom muscle works. And we want them to work all the time through this exercise. Nice. So when you're thinking about bending the knees, think about keeping the knees over the second toe. Don't let those knees sneak in together. Keep thinking about those tummy muscles, growing up nice and tall. Good. So keep that trunk up nice and tall as well. Good. Let's do another 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, so let's come on to our toes now. So you've got your feet on the floor. Coming onto your toes challenges your balance and back down. Good. Onto the toes and back down. Onto the toes and back down. Good. Let's do 3 more. Perfect. Okay, now remember it's fine to have a little rest. We're going to just keep going with our standing series. This is going to be our only stand on this video, so you can have a little breather and then you can stand up again. Or you can just keep on going. So, switch those tummy muscles on. We're going to do our hip extensions next. So we're going to take that right leg back behind. You'll find that you can really squeeze the cheeks of that bottom on that right side and then come back. We'll stick with the right. Good. So you're stepping back and you're really working those bottom muscles. Good. Step back and come forward. Step back and come forward. Good. This is really nice as well because we're having to take our weight on our left hand side. Good. Let's do 2 more. Good. And then we'll swap over onto the other side. Take the weight on the right and then step back and forward. Step back and forward. So we're keeping it nice and tall in our trunk. Don't let yourselves just keep holding onto the chair, but don't let yourselves come down like this. We want to be up nice and tall. Good. Keep going. Keep this nice strength through this standing leg as well. Good. Perfect. One more. Good. Okay. So then we're going to take our leg out to the side. We're going to turn sideways on. So you can be standing like this and take the leg out to the side. And I'm just standing sideways on and holding onto the chair on one side, just so you get a good visual of what I'm doing. So stand up nice and tall. And then we're going to take that leg out to the side and back. So as you take that leg out to the side, you're really standing through that left side. Good. Nice. Keep going. One more. I'm going to come over to the other side. So I'm not going to face you now. And we're going to do that other leg. So I'm holding onto the chair, up nice and tall, and come out to the side and back. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great. Okay, we're going to stand. I'm going to stand facing the chair again, and we're doing alternates. So we're going to come out to the side, back, out to the side with the other side. So we're just really working now on our weight transfer. One side and then the other. One side and then the other. Good. Keeping up tall, keeping those tummy muscles working. So keep going. Nice. One side and then the other. We'll do one more each side. Perfect. Okay, so this is our last exercise in standing. I'm going to come and face you. We're going to do our weight transfer stepping forward. So you want to step forward with the outside leg and then grow up tall onto that outside leg. Switching those tummy muscles on, coming onto the toe at the back and then come back. So step forward, grow up tall and back. Step forward, grow up tall and back. So what you want to do is feel those bottom muscles kicking in on both legs as you step up tall and walk. Good. Step up tall and walk. Nice. 2 more. Good. Okay, I'm going to swap over. Take my back to the camera and we're going to go again. So the outside leg. Step up tall. Good. So it's that lovely weight transfer from the back leg to the front leg, and as you do that, those tummy muscles switch on. We get that lovely extension through the trunk, and those bottom muscles switch on. Good. So let's do 2 more. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to come back into sitting now. We're going to bring our red ball with us, and that's the next part of our exercises with the red ball. Okay, so we've got our feet on the floor. We've got the ball in our hands. We're going to start off by just reaching the ball up to the ceiling. Reach, 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 and then back down. Again, if you end up just using one hand because of a bad shoulder, that's fine. We're looking for that lovely reach at the top so that that mid back just stretches up a little bit. Good. Get some nice extension, and you might feel some nice extension through the tummy muscles as well. Good. A bit of a stretch under the rib cage there. Good. One more. Fantastic. Okay, so just pop those elbows out to the side there. Up nice and tall, and we're going to twist, and then twist the other way. Twist, and then twist the other way. Good. One more. Perfect. Okay, so then put the ball between your knees. We're going to pop the ball between the knees, 2 exercises in this position. Up nice and tall. Perfect. Okay, so the first one is a squeeze with those knees onto the ball and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Squeeze and release. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. One more. Perfect. Leave that ball there. Still up nice and tall. And then we're going to straighten one leg and back. Straighten the other leg and back. So we're keeping that ball between the knees with a little bit of pressure through the knees. That's working those muscles at the front of the knee, and then you add on that extension through the knee. It's a really lovely exercise. Good. Keep going. One more either side. Perfect. Okay, so then let's pop the ball on the floor. We're going to hold on to the chair where we put our feet on the ball. Okay, so we're working our tummy muscles really hard now. We're going to take our shoulder blades back and down, open through our collarbones. Bend out those elbows, and then just open through the collarbones, taking those arms out to the side. So opening through the whole of the front of the body, but we need to be working on that balance and working our core to keep our balance on that ball. If this feels a little bit too hard, just move the ball out of the way and just do those lovely openings through the shoulder. Fantastic. 2 more. That's great. Hands down. Let's move the ball then out of the way. We're going to do one final stretch through the body. So we're going to start off by just taking that right leg out in front. Little circles one way, circles the other way, and then back down. And that other leg, stretch out in front, little circles one way, circles the other way, and then back down. Good. Hands on the thighs, little twist, and turn, and mid back, and then twist the other way. Those lovely thigh sliders again. Let those shoulders come with the movement and the head. Back to the center. Good. Shrug those shoulders up to your ears and let them go. Shrug and let go. And then shrug and let Good. Reach those arms up to the top. Stretch up. Good. And then bring them back down. Just gently turn to the right and then to the left. Back to the middle. And 3 big deep breaths in. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Breath in and out. Fantastic. And there you are, half an hour exercises. If you can manage those each day or every other day, then you'll start to feel much, much better. Okay? Hope to see you soon.